Alrighty, so today in the shop we got this Remington. It is a RM2510. It's a little weed eater, curved shaft, as you guys can tell by looking at it. Now the customer brought this in yesterday as well with another weed eater, but we're gonna start on this one first. He says he wants them tuned up. Whenever you start it and you give it throttle, it normally bogs down, so that means that the carburetor probably needs rebuilt and cleaned out. And then we're probably gonna throw on some new fuel lines for that as well. As you can tell, they look a little bit old. The green one don't look too bad, but the black one, you can tell that it is leaking, but the green one doesn't look too bad, so we're probably just gonna leave the green one. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. It's not in too bad shape, so we're gonna go ahead and remove this carburetor. Right here you got two T25s, I believe, so you're gonna remove these two right there first. That's from here. This little air filter housing should come off pretty darn easy. Let me set you guys down really quick. There you go. Alright. As you guys can see, it just has those two things that go all the way through the carburetor. So we're gonna go ahead and set these down right there. We got our air filter cover right here. And now we got our carburetor. I already disconnected the fuel lines, as you guys can tell right there. We're gonna go ahead and remove the carburetor now. So you just grab that linkage and twist it until it comes off. And there's our carburetor. We're gonna go ahead and set this down on the floor right there, and then we'll go ahead and pull apart this carburetor, rebuild it, clean it, and then reinstall and see how it runs. Alright, so we got the carburetor pulled apart right here. As you guys can tell, this is the fuel pump side of the carburetor. You got that right there, and then this is your fuel pump, the primer, purge bulb, whatever you want to call it, that goes onto there, just like that. And right here, this is your diaphragm. This goes on this side of the carburetor, where the needle and seat is, and the rocker for the needle. And over here you just got this little screen right there. I'm gonna go ahead and replace that. I don't like these screens because they're kind of heavy, they're really thick, so I like to put some lighter ones, some cheaper ones in there. That way it allows the gas to flow much better. But yeah, we're gonna probably replace the diaphragm on it. The fuel pump side looks pretty good, it's not too hard, so we're gonna go ahead and leave this. We're just gonna put a new diaphragm on it and it should be good to go. Let me go ahead and get a new diaphragm kit, and we'll go ahead and reinstall everything. Alrighty, so we got everything reinstalled. We got the throttle cable hooked up. I'd also go ahead and throw on a new primer on there as well. It looks pretty good. I rebuilt the carburetor, and it should run pretty darn good. Maybe I do have to idle up the, maybe I do have to turn in the high speed a little bit to give it a little bit more throttle. We'll have to see. That's what I normally have to do whenever I rebuild carburetors. But let's go ahead and throw some fresh gas in it. I did empty out that gas, and then we'll give it a couple pulls and see how it goes. Alright, we got the door open to the shop to let out any exhaust or smoke. Alright, let's see here. Got our choke on. Let's give it a couple of primes. I think I have the fuel lines backwards. Let's go ahead and switch these around. Alrighty, we switched them around and they were backwards. Let's go ahead and prime it up a couple times. Not prime it, purge it. I know a lot of people get mad. I get mad at that too sometimes. This isn't a primer, it's just a purge bulb. It just purges the carburetor, it doesn't actually prime the engine. Alright, got our choke on. Let's go ahead and give it a pull. Still cold. Shut off the choke too quick. Choke again. And you crank up our high speed a little bit, which is in a surprise. Get our adjustment tool right here. Go ahead and adjust this off camera. Alrighty, so I think we got it pretty darn good. I did throttle it up more than it should be, and that's because it doesn't have any string in it right now. That way, so when we put string in it, it'll kind of put load on the engine and bring it to where it's supposed to be going full throttle. So I mean, yeah, we'll see. Alrighty, so there you guys saw it. This one's all ready for pickup. It idles really good. I'm gonna leave the customer to put some string in it, but it runs really good, which I'm really surprised. It's not that old, it's pretty new. Remington, I know that these are kind of a store brand, but they're pretty good weeders for anybody who has a small house. But anyways, if you guys did like this video, be sure to like the video, and also feel free to subscribe, and I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But anyways, I think we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and we're out.